Okay, good morning. Hello, Ria from Maisie Moo. Now today I am going to put together a really simple checkbook sleeve. This is something that has been requested many times. I refrained because we don't use checkbooks here and I was unsure of sizing, so I've done a bit of research and I've come up with a checkbook cover that will hold these are American sized checks, and this is where the requests have been coming from my American customers. This is a standard size check, which is approximately 6 inches wide and can be 3 to 2.5 deep. Now, I understand that you can have a book that slides in this way, or you can have a book that slides in this way. You must have the cardboard on the back, so I have made a template to accommodate both styles of checkbook. As you can see, I've got my check here, which wouldn't it be lovely? This is the test check to make sure everything fits. Okay, so really simple to sew. What I wanted to do was jump on here and show you the different options that you have. So let's pop that up there. Now you're starting off with just your outside sleeve. This is your outside sleeve, and I've made a pretty one. The checkbook covers I've seen all seem to be really boring, so I thought this is a fun print, and it's simply going to fold over like that. Now, because you're going to be seeing the centre, I've just put a little bit of HTV on here. Now, when you're cutting it out, you'll find it is harder when you have the heat transfer vinyl on. So I actually went round this twice. So it went through cut once, and then I'll put it back through again, and so it would cut again, because not only is this is fluffy, I have a blunt blade. I really need to get some more. So yes, I went through twice, which meant it cut it out fine. Now, the next thing you're going to do is we're going to talk about these pockets inside. I am giving you a few options here. These pockets that I'm using today have got a pen loop on them, and you'll see when we sew them together you're going to have a pen loop. Now, I've decided to put one on each side so that when it closes, I can actually put a pen through and it locks the checkbook cover in place. You may choose to, if you wish, have one pen loop so that when it closes you just have the one loop, or I've put a plain one in, which means if you don't want to have anything in there to hold a pen, that's fine. It will just be the two pieces with no loops on them. So you've got that as an option as well. I've also included just a little sleeve. It's a short sleeve. You might want to put a little card or a piece of paper or something in there. That is again optional. It just lays over the top, so I've chosen to pop that in there just in case I have, I don't know, a wee business card or something I need. And then lastly, there is this piece here. Now, this is my test piece. I'm not going to sew it up today, but it should have been cut that way there. And what you would do is you would have this and you would sew it on so that you can slide your check this way. So if you've got the checks that have the cardboard that sort of slides in that way, that's what this piece is for. Or in my case, I'm going to pretend that mine have the cardboard that way and they're going to sit like that. Okay, so yes, so you can mix and match. What I do suggest though is before you cut out, just check the direction of what you're cutting out, because obviously these need to be on two separate sides if you're doing what I'm doing with the two pen loops to lock it. You also want to make sure, because you can see with this one here, obviously you could put the check that way, but I was sort of thinking of it going that way, you see, which, here we go. I think you get the gist. Make sure you check which way your pieces are going. Now, to sew it together, I think you probably can guess exactly what I'm about to do, and I think I'll speed through this, but I have my large-eyed needle. I have a long length of floss, and I will put it in the instructions how much I use, because I've measured it and we'll see how much is left over at the end. And all I'm going to do is I think I'll start from somewhere where it's not going to be catching on anything. So you don't really want to start under here because you're going to be sliding things in. I might just start from the far corner, and all I'm going to do is So we've got our knot there, which you can add a touch of glue if you wish. And then I'm just going to come up through my layers. They all line up. That's it. And all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sew around, and then when I get to the tab here, I'll show you what I do. Okay, so we've got into our tab, and what I'm going to do is, you can see these holes that have been cut out of there, and we're just going to, oops. Okay, so we've just folded it over, and I'm going to take my needle through the whole of the tab and then back through here, through this side. And you can pretty much see what's happening here. We're creating that pen loop. So I am going to continue all the way around. I'm going to do the same on, let's have a look, go almost through them all. You can see I'm going through all of them. Now I'm using the straight stitch, which I should have mentioned first. Obviously, if you're doing a saddle stitch, which is the 2 needles, which is the leather stitch, you would only be going around the once, but I'm going to go all the way around, and oh, this is going to look cute. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. I'm going to fold it under, and then I'm going to come all the way back here. When I get there, I'm going to come all the way back round again. I'm going to do a nice solid line around this so it's nice and secure. I'll do that, and then I'll jump back on. Okay, so you can see I have sewn all the way around the edge here. I have done a single stitch, which you could actually just keep it like this. It gives it quite a handmade kind of feel. I don't mind that. I will go back round again though. I think it might just strengthen these wee tabs. It is up to you, obviously. So you can see I've got one last stitch there, which I'm going to take through, and then all I'm going to do is continue back around. There we go, and I'll just fill in the gaps. Now you could machine sew this, it would be much faster, and you'd just obviously sew along exactly where I'm sewing now. I will provide you with a no hole option. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, I've come back again, and I've just come through and done my last stitch, and you can see I have come up through the layers here. All I'm going to do is take my needle through the other side, and I'm going to create a wee knot. So all I'm going to do is just make sure I've got a loop there. Whoops, make it a bit smaller. So I've got my loop there, and then back through, take it through here, and then I'm just going to pull it tight, so and you'll feel a wee knot. Oh, I'll just trim that, but you'll feel a wee knot being created, and then all I will do here is just trim that off. Okay, right, so we have got our checkbook holder, and you can see we've got 2 loops here, and the idea is you slide in your pen or your pencil. I've got a pencil here just to show you. Okay, so there we have it. We've made the cover, and you can see we've got our pen here, which just slips down the side. I'm going to make this slightly wider for you in case you want to put like a fatter pen in, and because it's got the 2 loops, it holds in place quite securely. Slip your checkbook in and you're away. I think these make some cute gifts for people who still use checks. Alright, well thanks for watching. Bye.